Welcome to the Awakening to Abundance podcast. I'm your host, Athena. This podcast is more than a podcast, it's a transformative journey designed to help you awaken to your abundance. For you to discover what living the fullness of life means to you. As always, we're jumping right in with today's episode. Oh my gosh, I love these two movies. I love Christmas with the Kranks and Four Christmases. And I think the reason why I love them so much is because these are the two movies where in the beginning, the people are writing their own rules, right? They are going against the grain. So in Four Christmases, we see the two main characters have been taking a vacation during their holiday season for themselves. They don't go home and spend time with family. They have decided to take a vacation on their holiday season. And I love the scene that we see because you have these two other characters that they're talking to say basically how much they're not looking forward to the Christmas plans that they have with their families, yet they're not going to do anything about it. And these two are like, oh, why would you put yourselves through that? That's what the main character says. Like one of the main characters says, because that's the way we've always done it. So of course that's what we're going to do. And during the holiday season, you do for families. Like even if you don't want to, or you don't like it or whatever, you just do that. That's the way it is. This is the holiday season. So we have to suffer with our families, right? Instead of sticking up for and saying what would actually make us happy or do whatever makes us happy. And then in Christmas with the Cranks, I love that there's this new transition with the daughter going off. And so it leaves them with an empty nest this year for the holidays. And so Luther, one of the main characters, is, yeah, I want to go on a cruise. How much fun would that be? And then the wife gets on board. But also, we see in that movie that by changing the plans that the two of them have made, it really disrupts and surprises the whole community, right? To the point where in that scene, the wife is almost having to defend their choices. And although it's really nice that her community wants her Christmas party and stuff, they have decided that this is what they're doing. And instead of receiving acceptance and love, that they're doing something different this year, especially since they've had such a big transition in their lives, their community judges them and is like, well, is that really what you want to do? Are you sure? Is everything okay? So these two movies go together really well because Four Christmases really illustrates that we can have everything that we want. We can be, we can do, we can have, we can act, we can do all the things that we want during the holiday season. The only person who is not allowing us to do that is ourselves, right? Because we're the ones that keep on going to the same family events or whatever it is that we're not fully satisfied with anymore. And we're not asking to change anything. We're not putting in boundaries and we're not honoring who we are during the holiday season. But if we did do that, right? Because even the way that the Four Christmases characters do that, they lie to their families instead of being authentically honest and just saying, I'm an adult and this is what I want to do this holiday season. We can put in boundaries and we can question the way that we've always done things this holiday season, and we can enjoy our holidays, right? And so I'm not necessarily suggesting doing something completely different, but if that's what you want to do, if that's what your aligned self says, that's what your inner being is calling you to do it. It's your one life, right? But I am also saying that questioning these things that we've always done, the way we've always been with one another, and really finding a more aligned space and then expressing and communicating that to our family is all right. In fact, it's good. And these are the boundaries and these are the requests and preferences that we make. And although we are changing the way things are, we're hopeful that our families understand this, but also it's not our job to kowtow to what they want because this is our authenticity. So we get to do what we want. And so that flows so well into Christmas with the Cranks because when we put in our boundaries, when we want to do things a little bit differently, we can get some major pushback from our communities, from our families, from anyone, right? And again, that reaction, though, is their side of the street. It is not our side of the street. And so when we are true to ourselves and we say what we want, then that is all our job is. And then we allow other people to have reactions to that. And we are not codependent and we are not reversing the boundaries and self-sabotaging ourselves because we're so concerned with the acceptance that we're wanting from our families. And that's all okay. So it's really all about aligning to your authentic self and knowing that you can have the holidays that you truly want. You just also have to be willing to change the dynamics a little bit. You have to stand up for yourself in order to do that, if that's what you're wanting to do. When you go against what you truly want in life, it's going to persist, right? That feeling, that want of something different is going to persist until you stop resisting it. You're going to be transformed by honoring yourself and what your true inner being is asking you to do, right? And not self-sabotaging. And also, there are choices, right? There are choices to be made. In Four Christmases, they could have just stayed home, right? Like, they didn't actually have to go to all those families. They could have just used this opportunity to fully come clean and be like, hey, you know what? We love you all, but we don't want to hang out with you during the holidays. And that's okay. And they would have been more authentic because they wouldn't have been lying to the families. And then they could stop saying you can't spell families without lies. And then in Christmas with the Cranks, Luther actually says this in the movie. He's like, let's just have a great homecoming. We'll have the party, but then let's compromise and let's still go on the cruise and let our daughter and her fiance or whatever spend a romantic time here while we spend a romantic time on the cruise. And the wife is like, you still just don't get it, right? It's not about him not getting it. It's him really wanting the desire of going on a cruise. And they didn't even bother to ask the daughter and the fiance if that would be okay, or even let them know of their plans. They were hiding it again with the hiding who we truly are and what we truly want. And this is not the way to live a fulfilled life, but also not to have the most abundant holidays. So when you're thinking about the rest of the year and the festivities that you're going to go to, I want you to really consider, what do you want to be, do, and have? And what do you want the dynamics to be? And I really want you to take the time to honor that for yourself and know that all of your desires and the boundaries, or however you want to do things differently in any point in life, not just the holidays, you are worthy of that. And you get to say what you want to be different. Whether it's a big shift or whether it's just a small dynamic between a family member or a friend, I hope that you honor yourself this holiday season and see, when you do that, how much more abundant your holidays will be. Thank you for listening to this podcast episode and being part of this community. I want to hear from you. Did something resonate with you in this episode? Are you experiencing awakenings or synchronicities in your life? Email me at podcast@abundancewithathena.com or DM me on Instagram at Abundance with Athena and share with me your stories. And until next time, keep awakening to the abundance that's always within you.